What's up, y'all, and welcome to the stream. This is Lemmy, by the way, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Let me know how the sound is, because I adjusted some stuff on my sound device. So I need to know if sound is too loud, if it's not loud enough, if there's anything wrong, if the sound peaks, because it peaks a bit on my meters here. But it doesn't mean that it's gonna make the actual stream peak, like that it's gonna peak on your side. So please let me know if it is the case. How is everybody doing? Oh, there is a huge glare on my Eddie, and that sucks. I didn't try it. Let's see. Can I? Nah, there's a huge glare on that thing. That sucks, man. All right, I'll take it down because it's just annoying. But it is a Iron Maiden pop. It's super cool. My girlfriend gave me that, but there is a huge freaking glare on the box, and it's just annoying. So that was a test. I was trying it out. Can't put it there because it's just annoying. All right. So how is everybody doing tonight? How was your weekend? Mine was very good. I played a lot of 14 on my main account. I finished my minor relic, my pickaxe. I finished it. Started the botanist axe. I got one step. Well, I already had 2 steps done. There are 6 steps in total. I already had 2 done, so I started the 3rd one, finished the 3rd one, and started the 4th one. And I'm actually on the 4th one right now. 4th botanist. I finished the 2nd to last step on my paladin relic weapon, sword and shield, and I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow, if not Wednesday. I would have finished it tomorrow, but tonight, actually when I'll end stream, sorry, at 9 my time, they are going into maintenance for like 9 hours, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Because otherwise I would have done like some endgame dungeons with NPCs, and you get like 50 or so currencies. So I would have done it like 2 or 3 times and gotten enough for my tomorrow dailies to fill everything I needed. Because you need 1,500 tomes of causality or something like that to buy the things you need to finish your relic. So my goal before Dawn Trail is to finish my paladin relic, to finish my dancer relic, and I would like to have all of the tank relics, at least Gunbreaker and Warrior, and I would like to have at least one part of the Reaper relic. Not necessarily finish it. I've seen like one of the iteration that is super cool, so I'd probably just go and get that one, because that one's really nice. And at that point, it's pretty much for glamour. Like Paladin, Dancer, and pretty much all of the tanks I'm going to use in Dawn Trail. So having that weapon is just going to be easier, because I won't have to switch weapon for like a couple of levels, probably until near the end of the expansion. It's usually how that goes when you have a fully completed relic. So that's gonna be a good thing, but the other ones is pretty much just for glamour. So yeah, so like I said, the Reaper one is pretty sweet. It's like all taped up. It really fits like the Reaper theme, and so far I'm using the first one they give you, because it looks like a freaking Bloodborne relic. Like it looks like, I mean, a Bloodborne weapon. Like it looks like the site that German uses is so freaking cool. So I'm using that one, but if I get the other one, I might use it. Anyway, so I've been doing that this weekend. Play a lot of that. I checked about continuing WoW, because we have to go back at some point. Tomorrow we're going back to WoW, because they're releasing their patch that is very likely going to be overhyped. I mean, that is probably being overhyped right now. Like, they only posted like this logo that has like pirate stuff and like the W of WoW, and oh my god, is it gonna be like that epic? I don't know, but they've been overhyping it so much that I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be disappointed and complain. So when that happened, it kind of takes the fun out of everything, And so far, lately, most games have been like that. So that's one of the reasons why I came back to 14. Because 14 is 14. I mean, it's always the same game up to the end, so it never really changes. People are gonna complain about like the ultimates and stuff, but I don't get in that thing, so I don't care. But yeah, so that's why it was one of the reasons why I went back to 14, because WoW has been overhyping this patch, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be garbage. Not garbage, but it's going to be like overhyped garbage. Like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be like a normal patch, but they have overhyped it so much that it's just gonna be disappointing. So I'm trying to go in with no expectations whatsoever. I'm gonna go in there and like check what's happening with this patch. Check, like I want to finish my trading post. I'm very late, and I would really like to finish it. And not necessarily because I want the little minion, but I want the achievement. And the achievement, in order to get the achievement, you need to do it 12 months in a row. So I've done 3 so far, so I want to do it at least to get that. And I'm probably super late, so I'm gonna have to haul ass on that and probably play off stream also. But I've been so much into 14 that it's kind of hard to like juggle both, but whatever. Sorry. So like I said, tonight 14 is going into a maintenance at 9 p.m. EST, my time, for 9 hours. So we have to be off the game by then. So tonight we are starting off with what I call the end of the tutorial. Level 20, in my opinion, like the level 20 quest, in my opinion, is the end of the tutorial, because that's when you choose your grand company. That's when you, like, they pretty much send you in the world and stop, like, telling you lore after lore after lore. But we have to go through that part of the game, which is 3 very long cutscenes. So we're gonna do that first, so it's gonna be out of the way, and then we'll be able to go quest. Not all of the quests are fun, but at least you're not watching, like, because, I mean, I've watched these cutscenes, like, a lot, like, many times, and I know what's happening, but it's important to the story, and I get it. But yeah, it's gonna be a thing. So we're gonna start. I'm right in front of Minfilia, where we have to get the quest, and we're gonna jump in right now. So I'm gonna shut up, and we're going to go in right now. And let me just adjust. I think I turned the volume down. I'm gonna put it a bit higher. System volume. I'm gonna put it at like 30. So we have at least a bit of music. Now that's gonna be a bit of a boink. No, not really. All right. When I guess when I'm on the main monitor, it doesn't boink. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do that now and talk to Minfilia. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Goddamn, might have something to do with your newfound fame. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought or of rewards, confirming that to Tancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, and you will soon discover. Why is there no sound? Oh. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scion of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Lim Solominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Kiliandra, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such length to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regards for you. I find myself wondering how words of Kiliandra's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of her triumphs is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Pureheart. There's no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has needs of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Pureheart. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you as well. I made a typo in my video title. I'm gonna have to change it. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. I forgot to tweet. It is only nature that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Linsalmensa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhaps a brief summary of the situation will help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial economics and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. Let me just tweet. I completely forgot to tweet. Alright. The tweet is already like ready. I just have to publish it and answer with my link, because for some reason if you put a link in your main tweet, your tweet doesn't get traction, and I think it's stupid, but whatever. Alright, that's done. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful services, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you and your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, but be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to switch your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Kiliandra hear our leaders speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Okay, so we're gonna start in Ul'dah, since we can come back here with the tickets. We're gonna start in Ul'dah and then make the rounds. And I know full well that adventurers are by their natures a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Kiliandra, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet, know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nation. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorza as a whole. Similar yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry the Link Pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Yours is changing, Killiandra, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. I'm telling you, we have like at least a good 45 minutes to an hour of like story and cutscenes to go through. But then we will be free. For a bit at least. We won't have like a super long cutscene for a while after that. Sorry, I ate cookies before the stream, and I have like a piece of cookie that's stuck like under my tongue or something. It's annoying. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Killiandra. I might have sung your praises a little too loud and often. To a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seed Kani Senna will deliver her address at the Miketo Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it is possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where there's an order, where Flame General Rauban Aldine will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it is rumored to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Lim Solominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Milweb Bluffiswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Zenthael, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. Hope you find the remembrance services suitable, educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Alright. Well, I'll go with my preferred travel plans. I'll go to Ul'dah first. Because I don't want to spend that much gil, you know? You know. Okay, so that's the Royal Promenade, which is the Chamber of Rule. And we'll most likely get to Paladin tonight if everything goes well, but that might be also an overstatement. I don't know. So here we go. First cutscene.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore! Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity Under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous?
Nowhere.
I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save?
Is it though?
You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you! Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raoban?
I love it when she sits on his arm. It's so cool.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I believe...
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service.
Finally, they introduced the twins. It's that long.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
It takes this long for them to introduce the twins. I didn't remember that. The Uldens have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worship the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldens do not shy from confrontation. If aught threaten their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flame each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their force to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Oh, dang it. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For the sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. So that was Ul'dah. I think I'll do Ul'dah. Wait, let's see. Limsa is 456, Gridania is 514. So we'll go to Limsa, I guess. No. Yes, we'll go to this one, then go to Gridania, and Gridania is the most expensive to come back from. So I could have gone to Limsa and then took the boat. That's another thing you could do. Oh yeah, let's go to Gridania for shit. Alright, well, it's gonna cost me a bit more money, but whatever. Because I can go back directly to the Waking Sand by boat and show you how that happened before. So that's a good thing. So I'll do that. So we'll go to Gridania first, second. I don't have the goddamn thing. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't take it. No. What is happening here? Is there a streamer? Like, is there a streamer here, or what's happening? What is happening here? Is there a new streamer playing? I'm intrigued now. I need to know what's happening. Why are there so many people in Grid? They're all travelers, so they're not on their servers. So somebody is new here. Whatever. All right. I'm guessing a streamer of some sort is starting their journey in 14. And people aren't welcoming them on the in the game. That's a very common thing. All right, so let's go with Gridania.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
Yeah, but they're yellow.
In accordance with the will of the elementals,
I love the adders, though.
we have embraced a life of
Been
peace.
an adders since day one.
Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
It's the fault of your company. Not the Grand Company,
The
but
scars
Squeamish.
borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
I'm pretty sure they're Gilmorans. I don't remember. I think they are. Like, they have their little
And how do you
horns.
propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Amen.
We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
Alright, Kenna, let's wrap it up. Come on. Kane Senna, not Kenna. Kane Senna, come on, wrap it up. Yeah. Indeed.
Fancy meeting you again.
That's it? That's all you're saying, and then I need to read? Alright. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Exal are questionably the most troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and wont to summon the bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, but mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof and change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restore... What the hell? What is happening, Blizzard? Really? God damn it. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager? Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursion, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Right? Well, that was Gridania. That was it. And, you know, Canisena and, like, her brother, who is the leader of the Conjurers Guild, they're Gelmorans. Gilmora is a bit, I'm gonna say, a bit insignificant in the lore, sort of, but it's not at the same time. Gelmora used to be an ancient, like, civilization. You have ruins. We'll go there at some point in the story. Like, we'll go near it. We have ruins that are Gelmoran ruins, and there is also one thing you can do in the game that is called Palace of the Dead. And Palace of the Dead is they call it a deep dungeon. You go in there and there's a completely different leveling system. You have a completely different weapon and armor system that is proper to Palace of the Dead. But it's one of the best, it used to be anyway, one of the best ways to level your character from 1 to 60. It was so fast, and it's like 10 levels. You do 10 levels of dungeon, then you go out, you get a big XP boost and blah blah, and it goes to the floor 100 at first. If you go with a group, you can go up to if you go, I mean, with randoms, you can go up to level 100. If you have a group and you don't die the whole way, you can go to yes, it is. You can go to level 200, but if you die once, you go back to 1. So you have to do the whole thing without dying from level 1 to 200 in one go, which is an insane accomplishment, but it's doable. But it's very hard. And also, Palace of the Dead is actually, I was going somewhere with that. Palace of the Dead is actually situated in the housing district of Gelmora. So when we are in Palace of the Dead, we are actually underground in Gelmora. And I really thought at some point that they would add Gelmorans as a playable race. I always thought they would, but then I kind of figured out that it wouldn't make sense, because Gelmorans are really like pretty much an extinct bunch or whatever. They are, I think, like Kane and like her brother and the people that were there are like the last Gelmorans alive, so that wouldn't make sense to see like millions of Gelmorans running around. So I guess that wouldn't make sense, but that still would have been cool. But I think Yoshipi said that after like the female Rothgar, they won't add new races, or very little possibility that they will. So I think we're pretty much gonna have everything we need, or everything we can get actually. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. And that's the last one. The one that I never joined.
Another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
Because I hate them Solomon, so I'm not gonna lie, that's the reason why I never joined the Maelstrom. I hate this city so much, I hate the design.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
They'd probably put the Leporites before that.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the Beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The
bastards.
We have the Sahagin.
While the mines of
completely forgot
Ogomero
about the
spew
Sahagin.
forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go.
So pretty much
These
Salaman are
savage
like
beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
the lucky ones. They only have one beast tribe.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt Pirate and Maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral! Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Where's me
I'll
cutlass?
follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Where's me cutlass? Alright, what's your take on that, Fino?
Fancy meeting you again.
What a surprise! Alright, give me your 2 cents, Fino. As the Admiral mentioned in our address, Nimsalem Minsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshipper of the primal Leviathan. The seconds are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominson's backyard. And that is to say not of internal strifes. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Guardians whet their blades and watch. Wet as in whetstone, you know? Yeah, it's the first. That's the first time they actually introduce the twins. We see them in the carriage at the start, and we don't see them ever again until that part. I didn't remember it was this long before they introduced the twins. If the Lominsians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. But of course, like Alize doesn't say shit. Alize was like nothing until way into like Heaven's Word. We thought she was just not involved at all. Like she didn't care. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive actions against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. And I'm guessing that's probably because they didn't really have the budget to hire a voice actress for her, since she had a very little part. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Alright. So that was the three city states, blah blah stuff. That was the whole thing. Now we have to choose one. Well, it's not done. I thought it was done. Killian Droid, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Well, would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sense, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. It's like, get your ass back here. Get your ass back here. What haircut? The twins? Okay, so before we go, you remember when we did the first episode of this series, I talked about prestige classes, that there were more classes you could unlock as you go into the game, alright? So, do I have anything here, or did I take anything? Indeed. Okay, so, the first class you can unlock in the game is Rogue. Rogue, they become ninjas at level 30, and you can unlock that class at level 10, and their guild is right here beside the Fisherman's Guild in Limsolominsa. You talk to this dude here, he will let you in. You talk to the guild master or whatever, and he's going to let you become a rogue, and then you can start your journey as a ninja. But remember that when you change class, you go back to level 1. Well, at least for this one. Let's just say that. For this one, for Rogue, when you start as a Rogue, you go back to level 1. There's difference later when we get to those classes. I'll talk about them in more detail. But for now, the only new class you can unlock is Rogue at level 10. And that was introduced in like patch 2.1 or 2.2. So that was really the first prestige class, quote unquote, that you could unlock. Ninjas are very fun. They have a kind of a fighting game sort of combo system where you need to remember they call them mudras, where you have to like do a series of buttons in order to attack with special attacks. I always place them the same way. It's Ten Shi Jin. Those are the three like mudras you have, and you have to like do different combinations of Ten, Shi, and Jin in order to make your to have your skill go off. You learn those. Well, they're written on your tooltip, so always remember to read your tooltips, and then to place your mudras the way that it is easier for you to remember. Because you have to do them like on your own. You can't have like macros. It takes too long. It's just going to nip you in the butt. I tried every iteration of like macros to make them work, and even with like a 0.5 second in between, it's still too long. You really have to haul ass and get your mudras up if you want to be effective as a ninja. And yeah, so if you were interested in that, you can check it out. It's in Limsolominsa level 10. Oh, there's one thing I didn't check though since we're here, but I don't think I have the Ass Castle. Do I? No, I don't. God dang it. Alright. Let's go back to here then. Because there's one thing I think I forgot to talk about before we leave Limsur. So why didn't I take them? I went up there, like I talked to Badaron. Why didn't I take it? I'm gonna take the elevator. Like, why didn't I take the things? I'm such a butt. And not an archer's one. Haha. Drowning winch. You know, like the butts you need to shoot on in the archer's quest. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. So, okay. Did I take it? I don't even remember. Did I do it? Wait. Okay, the Aft Castle is here. So I'm gonna go get at least the thing, so that won't be lost. And by the way, since it's a playthrough very different and everything, I'm going to choose the Flames as my grand company, since I'm a paladin, I'm gladiator. I've started in Ulda, so let's go full Ulda. Usually I would take the adders because I'm a twin adder. I've been a twin adder forever, but in this playthrough I'll take the Flames, and we'll do what we can do. So I did it then. Okay, so I did the haircut quest. I didn't remember. All right. So since it's done, we'll leave then. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Flames. It's gonna be my grand company. I've never really been a Flame before. Like I said, I've played as an adder forever, never changed. I'm like at the max rank with the adders, and that is with like including the NPC dungeons you need to do, blah blah. The first time they introduced NPCs in dungeons was with your like squadron that you need to train, so I did that, and when by doing that you can get a rank higher than the max rank you can do with like the standard version, the standard way. So I got even that, so I'm not leaving the adders because I'm not doing the NPC again. Like I'm not doing that, no way. Like the NPC dungeons, back then those dungeons were terrible. The AI was not on point. I hope they changed it since, and you have like better NPCs, since now we have NPC dungeons. But my god. All right. Here we go. Let's choose. Welcome back, Killiandra. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Killiandra. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officer your answer. Complete.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh
Yeah,
Umbral
but I mean,
era
she
warranted
has.
scarcely
I
a
think it was the
mention.
same as another one.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Because she changed. She has like a different voice actress when she started being more relevant to the
so
plot.
Observant,
She had like her
mayhap
own
you noticed what
voice
mention
actress.
was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes
Even
who
Alphinaud
spared
got a new
Eorzea
one.
fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
I think they changed like the whole cast when Heaven's
Deep
Ward
are the
released.
wounds the Calamity inflicted
At the end of
upon
AR, I think they
Eorzea.
changed the whole voice
So
acting
deep,
cast.
in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Oh my god. The freaking head thing.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
Alfina was such a little shit in The Realm Reborn. My god. He was such a little piece of shit.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
She's gonna smack you, silly little bitch.
The
Shut up.
will serve not only to close up our present wounds.
My god, she's gonna freaking tear you a new asshole, boy.
Opening anew.
No wonder she's giving him a rough time now. God damn. He was such a little piece of shit. Alright, Flames, let's go. Welcome back, adventurer. I take it General Raban's word kindled a fire within you. Yes. Excellent. I feared that the incident with the traitor may have soured your opinion of us. It gladdens me to see that isn't the case. But before we can count you as one of our own, you must be formally inducted into our ranks. The Immortal Flame Recruitment Officer seems eager to welcome you to Ulda's Grand Company. Please proceed to the Hall of Flames and identify yourself to the personal officer. I will notify him of your coming. With your strength joined to ours, we shall surely prevail over our enemies, be they beastmen or Imperials. It's like you choose your Grand Company in front of the others, like, yeah, I'm gonna take that one, so you two get the shit out of here. Like... It's like, oh yeah, no, I don't want you, so please, like, just fuck off. Alright, the quest is almost done. It's not done yet. There's still a little bit to go. But this is the last, like, very story-heavy quest for a while after that. That I remember of, anyway. What brings you to the Hall of Flame this morning, adventurer? My name is Killiandra Pureheart. I believe you are expecting me. Ah, I thought as much. You are just as our man at the Waking Sand described. It is an honor to meet you, madam. Now, in order to formalize your... Sir! Speak, Private. Imperials, sir. They fired on an high wind sky... Whoa, 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 whoa. Scouts say she's coming down to the west near horizon's edge. Bloody hells! Of all the times for this to happen. Killiandra, there is no time for formalities. The Immortal Flames need your help now. We're in the midst of a large-scale operation against the Amalja, and we have no one to spare in Western Thanalan. You must get to the ship before the Guardians do. If there are any survivors, see to that they do not come to further harm. Now go. We are gonna go kick some Guardians' butts. Sorry, it's near Horizon. Let's go to Horizon. Let's go to the Horizon. Alright. I don't have a mount. I'm so used to I clicked my mount button. I was like, why isn't it like coming on? Because I don't have a mount yet on this tune, you dum-dum. It's almost, we're almost there though. We're almost there. I promise. It's almost chicken time. Get out of here. Alright, there we go. We got an instance battle. Maybe you need to have a stable for that, so I need to get an apartment at least. And then you need to buy the fruits, which are insanely expensive, because I don't have a garden in order to like farm them or whatever. But maybe I'll see. If I can get an apartment at some point, I might. An adventurer, what you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. If you've played Final Fantasy VI, this will tug at your little heartstrings. Probably. Well, I think there are in others too, but... The Immortal Flame sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Calm down, big man. Are you alright, sir? Our scouts reported the attack on your craft. We've come to rescue you. Can you drop your heart? Yes, glad to have you with us. I have not seen a craft of this design before. The traitor Garland has been busy. The secret of Magitech are ours by right. They are not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. They mean to take the ship back to Castra Meridianum along with your friend. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Nice looking ship, though not the best place to have taken shelter, I agree. It's the first airship we built since the Calamity, the first since Master Gardenwell, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. We attack on my command, kill them quickly and save the Lalafell if possible. Is that clear, Kaliandra? Show them what become of those who play with fire. Charge! Let's go. What up, bitches? We're under attack! 2 arms! Let's go. Time to kick some Guardian boots. Boots, ease. Hello? There is a healer. Oh, he's the Decurion. He's like the guy to kill. I'm gonna kill the odds then. Stop healing people. Oh shit. Kill him. Need to get rid of this little bitch. Interrupt him if I kick him. Alright, there he goes, dead. Okay, what's up, big boy? Your flash is not as strong as my iron will, my bro. Oh yeah, he starts doing that crap. What are you doing? There you go. Dunzo, Dunzo, Dunzo. Biggs! Biggs, Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. So that's Biggs and Wedge. So if you played Final 6, that's what I'm saying. That was a close one. And the Iron Bronco, the Tiny Bronco also. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the Tiny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go, Kaliandra. You still have unfinished business to attend to at the Hall of Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, though anyone who'd seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if I hadn't been for you and the Immortal Flame lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you, we're very grateful. You better say thank you, little butt. Alright. So is my return done? Is my return up? Nope, 4 minutes. Alright, let's just teleport back and shut us. Screw it. The name's Drowned Corpse and he's in the fountain. Alright, can you? Welcome back, Kaliandra. Word of your deeds in the field reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineer are fine. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcement arrived. Your willingness to assist us on such short notice is to be commended. Clearly your reputation is well deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you into the Immortal Flames? For coin and country, the personal officer stands ready to complete your induction into their ranks. Are you ready, Kaliandra? Then let us begin. Kaliandra Pureheart, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames of Ul'dah burn bright, casting light where there is dark, and purging evil wherever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, but be they beastmen's guardians or worse. And at a word from Flame General Rabban Aldin, we would gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ul'dah. To join our ranks, you must forsake all other nations. Only then may you commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as an immortal flame. Burn as one of us, Kaliandra Pureheart, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ul'dah. Will you swear an oath to mark this occasion? My sword belongs to Ul'dah. Spoken like a soldier, you'll do well here. Very well, Kaliandra. Your resolve is plain, Kaliandra Pureheart. I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd Class. Welcome to the Immortal Flames, Private. May you fight to the last for coin and country. Goddamn. Can you hear me, Kaliandra? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Immortal Flames contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Pureheart. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you to pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Flame of Ulda, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands and your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. Pray return to the Wicked Sands. It seems your presence required elsewhere. But before you leave, perhaps you could find a moment to speak with Commander Swift. He is not one to see new recruits go into the field unprepared. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to go pee because I'm gonna freaking pee my pants. I've been meaning to go like since we started this quest. You may now accept the quest, My Little Chocobo, Immortal Flames, by speaking with Swift. We'll do that right when I come back. The quest must be completed in order to proceed the end to the cellular. You have to do it to finish the story. You have to have your goddamn birds if you want to finish the story. I'll be right back. I really need to go. Alright. Sorry. I grabbed a little snack before coming back. Okay, so the reason why it became mandatory, because it was not at first, but there's a reason why you need to have your mount that you'll see later. And people, it was such a pain in the ass to get at first that some people were like, nah man, I'm not gonna get it, fuck it, I'm just gonna continue running. Like, people were actually not wanting to get their mount because that was that much of a pain to get. Now it's super easy, so everybody gets it. Grand companies. If you are not a member of a grand company and have been assigned the rank of Private 3rd Class, your grand company and rank can be confirmed at any time under the Profile tab in the character interface under Character in the main menu. Grand companies pay their members not in guild but in company seals. You can confirm how many seals are currently in your possession under the currency in the main menu. Seals can be earned by completing various grand company missions. A grand company's quartermaster is stationed at each grand company headquarters and will exchange items for company seals. Company seals are only redeemable with the grand company that issued them. Provisioning and supply missions. The Grand Company of Eorzea are in constant need of supplies and provisions to maintain their daily operations. Adventurers can earn experience points and company seals by crafting or gathering their item required and delivering them. Speak to a Grand Company personal officer or one of the many officers stationed throughout the realm to complete the delivery. Items sought change every day, Earth time. They can be confirmed by selecting timers located under duty in the main menu. So pretty much you come here and you undertake missions and you give whatever they need. You can do supply, provision, and expert at some point. You need to get a higher rank to do expert. Expert deliveries, pretty much you can exchange gear that you don't need anymore for company seals. I do that a lot because you can get, I usually get like cordials, which is a, can I see it here? Cordials are a potion that you get, that you drink in order to gain GP back, so gathering points back when you gather, and you need like a crap ton of those if you want to be a gatherer, because especially when you start doing collectibles, which I will talk about at a later date when we get to a point where it's relevant. But for now, yeah, so I highly suggest that you get your rank up in order to be able to unlock the expert deliveries and be able to exchange gear for seals, because it's super useful, especially when you are near the end game and you have so much freaking stuff that your inventory is full. You can do that, and seals are useful for many different things. Crafting materials, sometimes you can get gear for your alts, well, not your alts, but your alt jobs and stuff like that, so it's very useful. In order to get your company up, you need to pay seals, and you have also a Grand Company hunting log that you need to do at different times. And yeah, so it's important to do your Grand Company hunting log and gain seals in order to get your levels up. Getting seals you can do, like they said, crafting, gathering, blah blah. It's really like the easiest way to get seals. You can get seals by doing fates if you like fates. I personally don't like fates. I think it's well, I've done too many at that point. So but you can do fates also and get that. That was the way to get your mount at first. When the game released, it costed like 1,500, I think, company seals to get your mount, and like each fate gave you like 20. That was a grind, man. And I got it. I'm gonna say that I freaking got it in A Realm Reborn. I had my Chuck when it was like super freaking bullshit to get. I still got it. I grinded those fates, and today it's super easy because when we'll go back to Minfilia, and she will give us like 300 seals in order to buy your like Chocobo license. It's like 250. So they pretty much give you the seals to buy the mount, which is okay, because it's not like I never understood. Well, back then it made sense, now it doesn't, so that's super good that they did that. So let's do this. Swift believes you should get yourself a Chocobo. Private Pureheart, yes. A moment of your time, if you please. You wish to carry out your duties swiftly, do you not? Well then, perhaps you should get yourself a Chocobo. If you're interested, the Immortal Flames will furnish you with one. It's not a complex process, but does require some paperwork. First, speak with the quartermaster to obtain a Flame Chocobo insurance. You'll need to exchange company seals in order to do so. Once you receive your insurance, show it to Minigum by the gates of Nald, and he'll be the one to furnish you with a bird. And I'll go like a bit ahead of myself, but or the story. At level 30, and yeah, at character level 30, you can do a quest that is called My Feisty Little Chocobo, and that quest makes it possible for you to have your bird fight alongside you. You can give your bird a class. They can be a DPS, they can be a role. They can be a DPS, they can be a tank, or they can be a healer, depending on what you want. I always have healing chocobos, because whatever I do, it's super useful to have a healing chocobo. When you get in situations where maybe you pulled a little too much, you get your chocobo to save your butt. And when they get like high level, they're super effective, so they're like Pokemon. Welcome back, Killiandra. Let me fill you awaits you within. Thank you. So you get your 300 seals there. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Killiandra. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met Tataru. Please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we probably introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Gods, man. Spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service! I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airship grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you and all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Well, that's it. Let's talk again to Minfilia. Minfilia needs you to investigate the Sylphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Well, so this part pretty much concludes, in my opinion, the tutorial. That's when the tutorial of the game ends. That's when they pretty much let you go. They give you your mount. You go live your best adventurer's life, and there's a bit less story, quote unquote. You get more quests than cutscenes. Cutscenes are not like fucking 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes long, for a bit anyway. So now we got the seals from Menphilia. So when you want to get your mount, you need to come back to your Grand Company, the one you chose, whichever it is, and talk to the quartermaster. Then you go to material, and you get your flame chocobo, your whatever maelstrom, flame, or adders chocobo insurance for 200, so you get 100 more. And once you get this, you go to where whoever they told you to go to. Here it's Minigum, and you give that little potato your well, it's not a Lalafell in every city, but if you're in Ul'dah, you give that potato your chocobo insurance, and he's going to give you a bird that is going to be your main companion until you either get mounts elsewhere or buy one on the store. So you give your chocobo insurance. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. My bird! You have to give your chocobo a name. Here he is. The fellow has been in high spirit the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. Quack! So I'm gonna call him Potato because I want to. Your name, chocobo name is Potato. Yes, it's Potato. Thank you. So you talk to him. I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow it to it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded cities, areas, or monster-infested lairs. Chocobo are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license, as it's required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Thank you. So you get your personal Chocobo. You can use your blah 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 blah. Who cares? They gives you this, so you need to use your Chocobo whistle. Now it is in your mount guide. If you want to have your chocobo on your bar, you can drag this little icon wherever you want it. I want it here. Are you serious? Put it here. Alright. And then I'll put it here. Alright. And in order to call your chocobo, you just have to click that little button outside any cities. And up you go. Up you go. Are you kidding? Up you go on your chocobo. There you go. So now you ride your bird. You can have bardings for your bird. At some point in the story, you'll get mount speed increase just by doing the story. And that's it. If you want to dismount, you just click the button again. So let's go to Gridania for our next quest. We need to go see Vorsail Elu at the Adder's Nest. So we'll do that. There's really something going on here. Alright. So this is the Twin Adders guild for the other Grand Company. And we talk to this man here. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to. I beg pardons. This is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud, but tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? The same subject, my bro. Commander Versailles Ulwa has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other businesses bring us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions of late. Wait. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adders was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depth of the Twelves Wood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and this precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinion abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is amongst the greatest mistake a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison, and this is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solus remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. I would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solus, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylphs' favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs, this should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Papalimo. Alright. So the ferry he's talking about is right beside the Lancers Guild. I played this game too much. Was that girl named Lunette? Yes, Lunetta. Okay. Because lunette in French is glasses, like glasses. So that's funny. Alright. Okay. Alright, so come here. I'll get the aetherite, the mini aetherite. Just beside the Lancers Guild, which is right in front of us. Gridania is really my favorite of the city-states, not gonna lie. I really love Gridania. It's so cool being here. I really love it. Mitani. I, the ferry docked at the base of this hill, will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne hut without much trouble. Thank you. This doesn't go here. Oh, I need to talk to the other dude. This one. Sweet Bloom Pier, yes, thank you. I happen to be heading across to the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. What a coincidence. Alright, so let's hop on the bird. Let's go. Woo! We riding pretty, my dudes. We got that bird. No. I need to level. Yeah, it's true. I was like, oh my god, I'll be like in the, because before when the game was like relevant in a Realm Reborn, like you would come here and be like very lower level in this. Well, not really, but like on the other part of the shroud you would be like super lower level than this, so it was kind of dangerous. It's not anymore. They give you so much XP in the Realm Reborn, it's insane. It's insane the amount of XP you get for every quest. Like I'm not even am I? Yeah, I'm wearing the ring, but still after level 30 this ring won't give me any boost, and you'll see how fast I still level. It's insane. Indeed, I am Amelin of the Twin Adders. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs. Yes. Okay, before we do something, you know when I talked about positionals, like you need to have positionals. You see the little thing under the guy here. You see that there are like arrows pointing. This determines where the front back flank is. If this is the front, you always need to look at this whenever you want to know where the front is. You need to look at the plate on the foot, because this is where the front is. So if you want to be in the back, you have to be in the back of this, according to this, not according to the character itself. You really need to look at this here. It's really important. I learned that the hard way later on in the game. But this is, and they pretty much usually before it was only like this. Now they added these two here to make it really easier to see. So that's a good thing. But this is where you need to look if you want to position your character properly to whatever you want to do. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folks. They have their quirks, but so do we all know. Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf, or Rolfie. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Rolf Hawthorne. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend. My memory just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you may have more luck with them. Okay. Isabel Hawthorne. The Sylphs, yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggle, and chocobo scratches. Teehee. And the reason why I laughed earlier when Ida said that they looked like Gestalt greens is because Gestalt greens is basically salad. like lettuce. So it's funny. Because they do. You'll see. The Sylphs, inveterate trickster and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our mask. The next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Blazet. Gotta talk to Blazet. The quickest way to quiver a woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuff on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Right? Of course, hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memory flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting amongst their kind. You do well to remember this. It may just help with the favor of our forest friends. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Oh, still here, huh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'd do well to bring along a, drat. What was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Or mine own, whatever. So they keep talking about beast tribes. Beast tribes are pretty much enemy tribes that ally to you. Like, that becomes at some point allied to your cause from you helping them. It's a bit of a gibberish right now, but it will make sense at some point in the game. I'm not gonna talk about them now because it's not relevant. We can't do anything about it anyways, other than just do what the story tells us. But at some point we will come back to that. Just remember that the beast tribes are not just like flavor in the story. They actually have important roles. In every expansion has a set of beast tribes, and I'll tell you why at some point. A peace offering for the Sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more than to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but they still seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow with some of this ember syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. I don't like that phrase, like at all. It's not, nope. Curious tussock. What is a tussock? I don't know, but let's put the syrup in. No true hello. You're a disgusting one. See ya. Present the milk root to Rolf Hawthorne. No, him. There you go. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milk root, but of course, those sylph quaffed that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylph calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Rolf Hawthorne has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylph de Mez. The Mez? I don't know. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. The Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in Chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the marble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. Your most important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, do go traipsing off just yet. Amelie here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regard to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Kumuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our people on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. Have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder Seedseer herself. To summarize, the letter contains a brief. It vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with Exile has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of the mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alright. So this quest has been heavily nerfed. Like, heavily nerfed. I remember when they did it and I was like, thanks the 12. Because that quest used to be a pain in the butt. Like, seriously. It used to be one of the worst quests. It took so long for nothing. It was barely just a waste of time. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such things. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. So, okay, so wait, am I okay? So you target that little salad, and then you do slash dance, and you dance in front of them. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking ones would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Walking one would bring gifts to this one. Walking one is most kind. Walking one bring milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many thanks. Walking one carries message from Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there. We're envoy from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respect to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one become a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solus have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Killiandra here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reason are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no word for Gridania. Walking One's waste everyone's time. Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Killiandra's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but sometimes something tells me recent events have our earth whistle fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Oh, I need to pick something. One of these useless potions that I never used even back then. Dance diplomacy. Ida has a notion of how one might earn the Sylphs' trust. Say, Killiandra, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all the trouble to learn the Sylphs' traditional greetings, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Oh, there goes the bloody leg cramp of mine acting up again. So back when the quest was like normal, you had to dance 8 times in order to finish this quest. 8 times. That was insane. Alright, now you need to only do it 3 times and it's already like long. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. That doesn't take much, right? Okay, wait, sorry. I forgot to dance. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Okay. Walking One is a friend to these ones, friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Report to Ida. Killiandra, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirit to all of Little Solus. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Papa Limo has a notion of how you might endear yourself to the Sylph of Little Solus. Killiandra, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of a good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who would come to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero or knight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solus do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Ever Emidia. of the Gridanians who resides here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' trouble. Privy? I don't know. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from malms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Zizgorlins and Gallnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Komuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Okay. Let's go do that. That is done. Really? Really? Oh yeah, I'm 29. Alright. I'm not 10 levels over, so he can still aggro. Alright. That's one brownie. That's 2. Wait, that's where I need to go anyways, right? Yeah. No, I need to find a gnat. There they are. Alright. Let's hop on the bird. On the bird, I said. Damn it. I pushed print screen. By accident, I fat fingered print screen. I'm gonna have so many weird pictures in my pic folders every time I fat finger. Print screen is insane. Okay, dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy ones. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind, too kind. May walking ones come to these ones' abode, but few are friendly like dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust dancing one after all. Man, this part is so confusing to my brain. Like it's like one and this one and that one, and come on, man. Presence of the enemy. This one asked dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust dancing one. This one would ask dancing one for help. Strange walking ones with body of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. The tree falls and bushes burn. These one's home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and Walking Ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and the Walking Ones in the hut house and find out more. This one has a bad feeling. This one fears Steel Ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Dude, it's so freaking complicated. Like, it's such a freaking insane. I'm getting like crackers. It's such an insane like way of talking. It's insane. I'm gonna push this back just so I don't like crunch in your ears. But I'm really hungry, sorry. I got 7k XP for this quest. Goddamn. Alright, sorry about that. I really needed to eat. Strange steel walking ones. Yet, yes, this one has seen steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasures. This one likes treasure. Okay. I want the mount that came by. I want it so much. It's a freaking store mount. But I want it! Stellaria. I thought her name was Stella. Stella was like, that's so freaking good. Why am I walking? Tell me, why am I walking? Tell me, why am I walking? Okay, I'll stop singing, I promise. Moan. Man clad in strange armor, why not? Now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Well, maybe you shouldn't assume then! Victor. Fearsome types, clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Okay. Let's hop on the board. On the burb. I mean, I've never really looked into it, but why do people say burb instead of bird? Is that because it's like a quirk? Or is it actual, like, because I know people write night. Some people write night N-I-J-H-T. Some people write night N-I-T-E, and both are like acceptable. So is it because some people say bird because it's acceptable and some people say bird because it's a bird? Or is it because like people are quirky? Is it like an actual, like, I don't know, like cultural thing? I really wonder why people call them burbs instead of birds. But I think burbs is cooler, so I say burbs. Shush, shush, this one says. Still walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Okay. Alright, where are we in the leveling sphere right now? At 21, okay. I thought Ifrit was way higher than that. I thought Ifrit was like level 23, 24. But he's not. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees still walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep through trees. As this one thought, still walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Still walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where still ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for still ones. Yes. Yes. I will. I will for my little salad friends. What up, bitches? Alright, let's go, everybody. Everybody! TikTok, time to get kicked in the nuts. There you go. Give me that box. Rattle that block. Boop, boop. Alright. There you go. Bird. Burb. 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 Shut up. Are you really gonna come at me? Oh, okay, reset. Alright. Dancing One is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something? Yes, I did. I did. Dancing One found paper inside of box. This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One's symbol. Message paper has name of food and rocks. Food and rock were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do still walking ones know to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping ones selling secret to still walking ones? This one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friends to these ones. Bro, man, come on. Brotherly love, Kamuxio is pining for a wayward friend. Helpful ones arrive at good time. This one needs help. Helpful ones help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Solus alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Alright. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. Alright. Calm your salad, my dude. I'm on it. Yo, Claxio, what the hell are you doing here? What? Walking One. Want this one to return to Little Solus? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything, no better than those ones that summon the Primal One. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home, but then Meddling One arrives. Forces this one to go deep into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. Dude, my brain is going insane. I'm trying to read it like as thoroughly as I can, but it becomes so confusing. Like, come on. I get the quirk and all, but god dang, man. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones? I went deeper into the forest? But this one touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry and find Claxio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead helpful one to Claxio. But hurry before touch ones take Claxio away. Okay. We're going to the bramble patch. The Treants. I think that's an instance battle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is. Alright. Okay then. Oh yeah, I remember which one it is. Bring it on, man. Let's go. Meddling one is back. This one told Meddling one to be gone. Tell Komuxio that this one will never go back. Never! Uh-oh. Touched ones? Touched one should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should leave this one alone. Be on guard, Kiliandra. These seals have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amalja, tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll no answer to words, only steel. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Okay, let's go. Let's kick some fairy butts. I don't have my tank stance on, that's why. Cooling aggro. There you go. Holy crap. Bud Napper. I love that name. I love that title. What's your job? I'm a Bud Napper, bitch. Come back here, you bitch. Come back here. What are you doing? Come back here. Right, okay. It is Dunzo. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been wounded. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Komuxio and meddling one as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Komuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solus. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solus were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are. I start to forget who we're talking about. Like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling or helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solus to be with Komuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. Let's say we return to Little Solus as well. I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Some apartment crap. Alright, let's continue. I needed to go back to Little Sodas, alright. I was wondering where I was. That thing kind of threw me off. Okay. Ah, stop it. Stop it. Okay, so we're doing a cutscene again. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful one is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful one is a hero to these ones. Helpful one will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful one to see Elder one. But Elder one is what's happening with Elder ones? Elder one, what's happening with Elder one? Mount speed in Middle Lanosia has increased. Mount speed in Lower Lanosia has increased. Mount speed in Central Shroud has increased. Mount speed in East Shroud has increased. Mount speed in Western Thanalan has increased. Mount speed in Central Thanalan has increased. Yay. Comixio, let's go. Not you. Comixio would make a confession to you. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes. But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscaron. But walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscaron for this one? And Kind One come from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Gridania. To Gridania. Okay, I need to go to the to the Twin Adders. What is going on here? It's still going on. That's not at that point it's not a streamer. Because that streamer would have gone away. Like, oh boy, you're waiting for an instance? Dude, the game is going down in like 30 minutes. You won't have time to do that unless it's like super fast. Okay. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? The elder's gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Gia Malco at Ben Branch Meadow and deliver the message that the Wood Whalers are needed in the search effort. Okay. Yeah, okay. Penelope Lane. That one was there earlier too. I really wonder what that event was. Blue Badger's Gate. Okay, so Ben Branch is the only teleport in Central Shroud. It's the only one. And Central Shroud is like, I think North Shroud is that way too. You have like super low level zones, and like considering it was like a Realm Reborn, like very high level zones. Like you have close to level 50 zones in like North Shroud and like level 3 zones and on the same map, so it's kind of weird. Okay, a message from Commander Ulwa, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished. Worry not, friend. The Wood Whalers have eyes under every leaf behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Thank you. Speak with Buscaron. Alright, so we're going to South Shroud? Yes, South Shroud, that's it. South Shroud. I'm so happy we have our bird. It's so much faster, man, than just hoofing everything. Okay. South Shroud, there we go. So we're gonna go to Quarry Mill. In South Shroud there are 2 Aetherites, one in Camp Tranquil and one in Quarry Mill. So we're gonna go to Quarry Mill and get the Aetherite there, so we can come back, because where we need to go is right here, but we'll go a bit further to the west and go to Quarry Mill and get that teleport. Did you notice that our speed like lowered? We're slower than we were in the previous map. I hate that. God, I hate it. I hate when they slow you down just cause. Goddamn, I hate it. WoW loves that. Like in WoW, every freaking enemy has a slowdown of some sort. Alright, let's take this Aetherite. It's also, you know when I talked about Palace of the Dead? When you unlock the quest, Palace of the Dead is here. You go here and you talk to this gentleman here, the Wood Whaler Expeditionary Captain, and he's the one that sends you in Palace of the Dead. And if, for some reason, you wish to do Palace of the Dead alone, you can. And if you get to level 100 alone in Palace of the Dead, you get an achievement, I'm guessing, and a title that is called the Necromancer. If you finish Palace of the Dead up to level 100 alone, you get the Necromancer title, and you get a lot of respect because it's freaking hard. I tried, never was able to do it. I didn't have the patience anyway. Palace of the Dead is the kind of thing that will pretty much like suck the soul out of you. But before it was the best way to level, so we would do it anyway. But now you don't have to do that. You can just do the main story, and it's gonna level you. So, like everybody that had to endure Palace of the Dead, pretty much don't want to go in there anymore. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub this side of. Huh? Not here to fill your belly, then. Hunger. A hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabout, but I could rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike, short of painting one red and another one blue. Most folks would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You know, you never know, you might even stumble across the Sylph Elder yourself. Maybe. Who knows? Buscaron could use an adventurer to douse a fight brewing at his establishment. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscaron in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls though, just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patron can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead, if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I got to put my boot down. This quest used to be longer. This quest used to have you come like at the back of the bar, get a tub, go in the river in the back, fill the tub, and then go here, douse the dude with water. Oh, Nafika's teats, that's cold. What do you mean no fighting? This dusk white scum was... Yeah, I know the rule. That bastard gets to keep his skin for now. And this dude used to have either like blood or whatever on his shirt, so you would take his shirt, go back in the water, like clean his shirt. That was like so much longer than it is now. It's insane. Now you just like, he gives you the water, you throw it on the dude, and that's it. Nicely done, Kaliandra. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see that, the bloke who caught the blunt of the outburst is a Duskwhite Elezen. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwhites can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the Ruthers for the misdeed of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? The first character I've ever made was a Duskwhite Elezen Dragoon, well, Lancer. Alright, so... Okay, the eponymous proprietor of Buscaron's Druthers has need of an able adventurer. I appreciate all the goods you've done for our patron. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask of you. There's a Kikaran friend of mine, you see, name of Titaroon, a good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that. Got to talking about striking out on his own. He did, and not long after cast his lot with a merchant bound for La Nocia. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, this scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine. Maybe might be a friend of mine can. A Rogadine fellow named Basing. You can find him on Ocker's Alley in Limsalominsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchant there. Alright, going back to Limsa. We are going back to Limsalominsa. And he gave me a chicken egg, thank you. Alright, so Hawker's Alley. I'll take this thing. Go. Benzing is here. You found your way to Ocker's Alley, friend. A Kikern what worked at the Druthers? Ah, ye speak of Teteron. Related to that Kyokyo rune bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put in together and were making good coin, but old Teteron up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You better off asking Kyokyo rune himself. He can be tight-lipped though, I warn ye. Best to take this chicken egg with ye. Little bastard loves the bloody thing. He good to hear. Old Buskurn thought sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send adventure along, too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. Gods, it's hard to read what you say. Customer be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Kyokyo busy with business, too busy for blather. Chicken egg, Kyokyo love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Teteroon? Teteroon no here no more. Teteroon live Limsa. Teteroon go look for Sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Teteroon. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at Ferry Duck. Go to Ferry Ducks. Kyokyo forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinbergs, not Kyokyo. Okay. Is it near the it's near the Fisherman's Guild, so at least I have that one. Weinberg. Teteroon, I seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north, but by way of the ferry to Elport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Adelfoot. He's an old hand what knows a great deal about a great many things. Get me to Elport then, my friend. Yes. Yes. Alright. We're getting the maintenance messages, so we're gonna have to log out soon. I'll log out like in 5 minutes. Teteroon, I saw him. That is to say, I've seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood, was looking for a place run by his fellow Kickern. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake, Memorune's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Alright. That's pretty much where we're going to end, probably. I'm gonna take the 8th right. We almost got to Paladin. Next stream. Next stream will be when we become Paladin. To be honest, it doesn't change a lot at first. The only thing it does is mess up your action bars, and you have to redo them. That's pretty much the only thing it does at first, and gives you like 1 or 2 abilities. It's really starting to change when you hit max level and go further. When your abilities start to morph and stuff like that. Customer, be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Tetarune? Tetarune forget this. Forgot at Druthers. Tetarune swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Tetarune thank. Tetarune thank. Good Buscarune doing good. Good Buscarune good to Tetarune. Tetarune miss good Buscarune. Okay. That's 21 copper. Tetarune has place for you to go and thingies for you to get. Good Buscarune help Tetarune. Tetarune dead without good Buscarune. Must give thankies. Many thankies. Tetarune make quick kicker and firewater for Buscarune. Buscarune love firewater. You help Tetarune make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many thingies. Need curl pop whisker. Need 3 good curl pop whisker. Okay. Is that one better? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. What time is it? 53. Okay, so I think we'll stop it here since we won't have time to finish this quest anyways. So I guess we'll end it here. And I have to log out anyway because the game is going down for maintenance for freaking 9 hours. So that's pretty much going to be my Final Fantasy session for today. I rushed my dailies like crazy today. I woke up and I rushed my dailies out so I could at least have that done before the stream and before the maintenance. I did the roulettes I usually do because when I started playing this game and there were there are many different roulettes. I would do like every freaking roulette in the game because I thought that it was the best way to do it, to do everything. Like I thought I needed to do everything, so I did roulettes, and there are some roulettes that I actually hate. Like I never do the trial roulette anymore because I hate trials. So at some point I kind of learned that you don't have to do every freaking roulette every day. So I do like 3, maybe 4 every day that I don't mind doing, and that's it. I don't get all of the tomes. I could, and I don't care because I'd rather not get tomes, but not like be absolutely wanting to kill myself every 3 seconds because I hate what I'm doing. I'm not a fan of trials. I really don't like trials. I think they suck, and I'm sorry. I know I'm fucking speaking blasphemy, but it is what it is. I don't like trials. I don't think they should be forced on players. It's pretty much forcing player to raid at this point. It might be easy for like raiders, but it's still forcing player to raid. It's like a raid. Like there's a normal raid every tier, that is you against the boss. That is pretty much trials. So trials are little mini raids, and it's freaking mechanics vomiting on you for 20 minutes, and I don't like it, and I know a lot of other peoples that don't, and I'm gonna die on that hill that it shouldn't be forced on players. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent, so I'm not doing that roulette. So I do like maybe 4 roulettes a day, and right now I need 500 if possible 500 tomes per day in order to make a weapon like a full relic in a week. I can, well, when I have the second augmentation, which I do on 2 of my classes. So I'm gonna finish my paladin relic this week, might finish my dancer relic next week, and then I'll just like goof around, probably do, like I said, the tank ones, and then do like the one or first or second one for the reaper, like the scythe and stuff like that. But it's gonna be one of the first times that I'm gonna have a completed relic when it's relevant, because I usually don't do them because they're so grindy. But this time around I did it, and I'm super glad that they made it a bit easier to get. I know people hate it and they're gonna change it, and next expansion is still going to be a piece of shit to get. But for this one, I'm happy that I finally got one finished when it was relevant. The last time that happened was in the Realm Reborn. And in the Realm Reborn, it was a grind, but like a real grind. It was insane. It was like 15 steps or something like that, which was already had been nerfed from the 1.0 version, which was completely fucking insane. But yeah, I have one other relic that is completed, and it's my monk relic from Realm Reborn, because I used to raid on monk with my first ever guild. I used to raid on monk in the Realm Reborn, so I have my monk relic, but that's it. And then I have some complete some started relics that are not completed. I have a couple, but this time around I'm gonna have like 2 completed relics at least by the end of the expansion, which is very new to me. Anyway, so tomorrow we are playing World of Warcraft. Hopefully the expansion will be fun. It's gonna be my coming back to World of Warcraft, because I took like a week and a half break. I really needed it, because that game really pissed me off last week, and I really needed to take a break. But we're going back tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday should be WoW. We'll come back to 14 on Thursday, and continue this. We're probably going to hit a dungeon on our next session in 14. And tomorrow, I don't know what we'll do in WoW. I'll see what the expansion is all about, and we're probably gonna do that. If not, if it's very small or very little stuff, we'll continue on with something. I don't even know what I'll do again, or still. So that's gonna be tomorrow's stream, and Wednesday's stream. We might do some, I don't know. We might go do some mug runs or something like that. That could be fun, just to come back slowly to the game. See what happens, and then go do mug runs. And I need to go like fight bosses in order to get my trading post stuff up, so we might do that too. Might do some like follower dungeons and stuff like that. Anyway, we'll see that tomorrow. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. I have been Lemmy, you have been amazing as always, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.